Good morning everyone. Welcome to Gyan Jyoti online classes. Today we are going to start a new chapter of your class 7 science. So today we start chapter number 16. The name of the chapter is the living resource water. Okay. The living resource water. Okay. So water is a very known thing for you. All of you clearly known about the water. Okay. So I have nothing to explain about your water. Okay. So water is one of the most essential natural resource for the sustenance of animals and plant on the earth. Okay. Due to the presence of water, earth is also called the blue planet. Okay. Except the earth, none of the other planet possess water. So this is the special feature of our mother earth that have a capability to sustain life. Okay. So without water, life cannot be sustained. Okay. So today scientists are trying to research over other planet on the searching of water and atmosphere. Okay. So at anywhere if water is present, then at some problem, facing some problem, a life can be easily sustained. Okay. So from the origin of the life, that also we started from the water resource. Okay. So the first living being on our earth, that is also evolved from the water. Water is nothing but a main source of the life. Okay. So without the water, we are unable to imagine to sustain life on everywhere. Okay. So this water is a very essential for both plant and animals. Okay. So without the water, a plant cannot be sustained. Without the water, any type of animal they cannot be able to sustain. They cannot be able to alive. Okay. So this water, and you have also know that our mother earth is the majority of our mother earth has a water. Okay. So water is majorly present in our earth. So why we are necessary to think about water? Okay. So most of the water present in our earth are the saline water. They are present in the sea and ocean. Okay. So the water present in the sea and ocean are mostly saline. They at that water the salt is present in a huge amount. So those saline water are unable to use for human being and the plants and the other animals also. So those water remain useless, just like useless. They are not totally useless. We can also say that they are the useless for our daily consumption. Okay. So the water which are at a normal, the sweet water are mostly essential for us. So the amount of sweet water in our earth is very less. Firstly, they are present in a such equal amount, but after the regular consumption and the demand of sweet water is increasing day by day, so there is scarcity. Okay, the scarcity will be obtained, and in future this amount of sweet water, the amount of sweet water may be decreased, and we feel the deficiency of this water. So we have to save the water. Okay. So water shortage is now becoming a global concern. Every year 22nd March, okay, every year 22nd March to give awareness to the citizen of the world. Okay, to give awareness toward the saving of water, 22nd March is decided to be celebrated as the World Water Day. Okay, World Water Day. Every year it is decided that the 22nd March will be celebrated as your World Water Day. This day is celebrated. Okay, this day is observed to spread the awareness and to reinforce the empowerment of water conservation. Okay, so what is the motive of this day? To spread the awareness and reinforce the importance of water conservation. Okay, so by following various practices we may able to conserve the water resource. Just like to take one initiative each day that will result in saving water. Every day from our waking in the morning, we have to decide that we have to think about your scarcity of water. Okay, that we must have to conscious of the using of the water. Just like remember to use only the amount of water you actually need. Okay, at some time we make unnecessary use of water, but we still have to do we still have to use the required amount of water that really need for us. Next, promote water conservation and community newsletter and on bulletin board in school. Make sure that pipes in your home are leak free. If there is leakage in our home pipes, then water will be wasted unnecessarily. Next, do not leave the tap free while you are brushing your teeth or soaping your face. Whenever we are cleaning our face, whenever we brushing our teeth, at that time some people what are done, they open the tap and they brushing their teeth. So the water which will waste, they are unnecessary waste. Okay, there is no need of opening the taps, and the precious water and the valuable water that may be waste. Okay, so we do not have to do this type of function. We have to be conscious about the conservation of water. Okay, according to United Nations, every person should get at least 50 liters of water each day for washing, cooking and maintenance of the proper hygiene. So at an average rate, a person use 50 liters of water every day. Okay, but nowadays many they feel royalty. Okay, many royal people they use thousands of liters per day also. Okay, so now discuss about the form of water in nature. Forms of water in water is the only substance that present naturally in three states. Okay, so every substance there are three states of matter. Those are the pure, solid, liquid, and gases. Okay, so water have a capability to remain in these three states. Water placed in solid state as in the form ice. Okay, in liquid form that is your normal water, your drinking water, and the water present in gaseous form in the atmosphere and water vapor. Okay, water vapor they are also present in the cloud. Okay, and plenty of water vapor present in our atmosphere. The solid in the water is placed in ice form at solid state in various glacier. Okay, and drinking water, the water present in liquid form in various ocean, pond and groundwater also. Okay, and there is special property that this water can interchangeable in these three states. Okay. Whenever we heating the water, then it converted into gaseous form. If we cool down this gaseous form, they form liquid, and whenever we more freeze the liquid water, then it converted into ice. Okay, and whenever we heated the water, then it heated the ice, then it will be converted into liquid water. In this way, all the form of water are be interchangeable. Okay, so now discuss about the water cycle. or during the water cycle. Suppose water cycle consists of three steps mainly: your evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff. Okay. First, suppose we take just like here. This is the land portion, and this is the land portion, and this is your any type of water resource. That may be your any pond, river, sea, well, okay, any type of water resource. Whenever due to various factors just like the presence of sunlight and the wind, the movement of the wind, in various cases, the upper layer of this water, the particle of this water, they got sufficient amount of kinetic energy to release this water surface, and they converted in the liquid water is converted into gaseous, okay, the water vapor, and they move upward. Okay, in this way, the water vapor move to the atmosphere. This process is called the evaporation. What is that? Evaporation is the process at where the water from various water reservoirs, they are evaporated and moved to the atmosphere. Okay, so this is the movement of water reservoir to the, this is the movement of water from the water reservoir to the atmosphere. Okay, so now this water is in the form of water vapor. So this process is called your evaporation. Okay, after the movement of the, after reaching the certain distance, reaching the atmosphere, this water vapor become loses their heat or loses their energy, and they become condensed, okay, and they form clouds. Okay, just like various clouds, they form clouds. Okay, this process is called your condensation. Here your first step is evaporation, then your condensation, and after the condensation, when the water droplet is collected in a huge amount, they become heavier, and they move to the downward to the action of gravitational pull of the earth. Okay, so this, the water that will be falling from the atmosphere to the ground level is called your precipitation. Okay, that is called your precipitation. This is the third step of your water cycle. So first what will happen? The water become evaporated. The evaporated water at the atmosphere, they become condensed and form cloud. Whenever cloud become heavier, the condensed water that is in the liquid form, they fall from the sky to the earth. Okay, and that process is called the precipitation. Okay? So precipitation, that not necessary to fall in the form of raindrops. At sometimes you're just like in the form of snow also with the fall. Okay. So and the various regions at various times, the precipitation will occur just like such like hailstorm, or the hail in the form of hail, and then in the form of snow, in the form of dew. Okay, in the various way precipitation, your precipitation will be occur. Okay, mainly here the water, and if the if this the rainfall occur in the land portion, then some water will be moved to the groundwater, and remaining portion of this raindrops is moved to the water reserve. This is called your runoff. Okay. So this may constitute the fourth step. After the first, your water which is starting the journey from the water resource, and it reaches the atmosphere, then it becomes form the cloud. After it parallelly it moves to the directly the water reservoir, and if they fall on the land water also moves to runoff to the water reservoir. In this way, it completes a circle. Okay. In this way, in the circular manner, water always moves from one place to another place. Another term in your book that is your transpiration. Okay, transpiration is another thing. Transpiration. Okay, this is the movement of this is the evaporation of the water from the plant body. Suppose this is a plant. Okay. This is a plant. If this plant have just like this, like leaf, okay, or sometimes from the stem also, water release. This water also evaporates and moves to the atmosphere. So transpiration is a process of evaporation of the water from the plant body. Okay, so this may be also a part of the water cycle. This consists your water cycle. Okay. Now discuss about how much water is available for us. Okay. Okay. So now let's assume about how much water is available for our uses. Okay. So first, before to take a consideration of the whole earth, and the earth is very huge, so it is not be able to easy. So I may try it in different methods. So take a bucket, and this have a capability to 20 liter. Okay. So this represent the total water present in earth. ठीक है, यहाँ पे 20 लीटर का बकेट लिया है, वहाँ पे मैंने वाटर फुल कर दिया। ये क्या रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, कितना टोटल अमाउंट जितना भी आर्ट में प्रेजेंट है, ये सब यहाँ पे पैकेट है। ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पे मैंने 5 ml का एक स्पून लिया है, इस स्पून से मैंने 100 बार ड्रॉप 100 टाइम्स ड्रॉप किया। ठीक है, यहाँ पे अमाउंट पे यहाँ पे कितना हो गया, 500 ml हो गया। तो यहाँ पे 500 ml हो गया। फिर यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया कि 30 स्पून बाहर फेंक दिया। अब यहाँ पे कितना बच गया है, अब यहाँ पे जो बचा है वो कितना होगा, अप्रोक्सीमेटली योर 350 ml। ठीक है, तो ये क्या शो करता है, पहले जो ये 350 ml है, ये टोटल जितना अमाउंट सपोज ये 20 लीटर है, इसमें जो 350 ml बचता है ये है टोटल जो है नॉर्मल वाटर। ठीक है, ये है नॉर्मल वाटर इन, ये जो रिमेनिंग जितना बच गया ये सब क्या है, सलाइन वाटर। ठीक है, तो यहाँ से आप इमेजिन कर सकते हैं जो कि हम यूज करने वाले हैं वो वाटर कितना कम है। नॉर्मल जो वाटर है बस 350 ml है आउट ऑफ 20 लीटर। ओके, जितना बच गया होगा 90 लीटर और जो समथिंग जो है वो सब क्या है, सलाइन वाटर, जो कि हमारे लिए अनयूजेबल है। फिर क्या होता है, देखो इसमें जो है इसमें से 1/4 को मैं निकाल देता हूँ। ठीक है, इसको 4 हिस्से से एक हिस्सा यहाँ पे 1/4 यहाँ पे मैंने निकाल दिया और फिर से एक ग्लास में रख दिया, ठीक है। 1/4 अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर निकाल के मैंने ग्लास में रख दिया, ठीक है। ये उसका 1/4 है। ये जो वाटर है ये आप है आपका लेक एंड रिवर, ठीक है। इसको ही हम बस यूज करते हैं। और जो बच गया, जो 3/4 रह गया है, ये क्या है आपका एकदम से जो आपका क्या है, ये ग्लेशियर पे, आइस कैप और परमानेंट स्नो पे ही ये है। ये आपका ये 3/4 जो पर्सन है, इसको भी हम यूज नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। बस ये 350 ml का जो 1/4 पोर्शन है, ये आपका लेक और रिवर और कुछ अंडर वाटर, ठीक है, कुछ वेल्स जो वेल वगैरह में इतना ही हम यूज करते हैं। तो हम कंपेयर कर सकते हैं कि होल वाटर जो 8 को मानते हैं कि अबाउट इसका जो 1/3 और 2/3 क्या होता है, 2/3 इसका जो वाटर पोर्शन है ओनली, अगर आर को 3 कैटेगरी 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं, ठीक है। आर को अगर हम क्या करते हैं 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं, 1 2 3 पार्ट्स, तो ये क्या है, 2 हिस्से बस वाटर है, एक हिस्सा आपका लैंड है। तो इन 2 हिस्सों में जितना भी वाटर है तो क्या होगा, हमें सफिशिएंट होना चाहिए, पर इनमें आप कंपेयर कर सकते हैं कि हमारे यूज करने के लिए कितना कम वाटर मिल रहा है, ठीक है। अब बात करते हैं कि हाउ वाटर कम टू योर होम। मैं जो टाउन्स वगैरह में वहाँ पे ओवर टैंक्स वगैरह होते हैं, वहीं से पाइपलाइन आता है और आपके घर में टैप लगा हुआ होता है, वहीं पे आप यूज करते हैं। कि टाउन्स वगैरह में, जो विलेज वगैरह में जो लोग रहते हैं, वो क्या करें, ज़्यादातर जो नेचुरल रिसोर्स है, कहीं वाटर, कहीं पॉन्ड से, कहीं रिवर से, कहीं स्प्रिंग से, कहीं वेल से ही वो लोग वाटर कलेक्ट करके अपना रोजी रोटी जो अपना डेली का काम होता है वही कंप्लीट करते हैं, ठीक है, ठीक है। अगर नेक्स्ट है ग्राउंड वाटर, ग्राउंड, तो आज का जो मैक्सिमम यूजेस है ग्राउंड वाटर का, वो यूज हो रहा है। ग्राउंड वाटर इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट नेचुरल रिसोर्स स्पेशल in those part of country that do not have the sufficient surface water resource। जहाँ पे surface water, यहाँ पे रिवर लेक्स पे sufficient water नहीं है, वहाँ पे ज़्यादा लोग ग्राउंड वाटर पर ही डिपेंड करते हैं। तो ग्राउंड वाटर कैसे होता है, जब भी बारिश होता है या कहीं कुछ तालाब वगैरह है, तो तालाब के नीचे जो सॉइल है वहीं पे क्या होगा, वाटर धीरे धीरे लीक करेगा और ये वाटर मूव करेगा, ग्राउंड वाटर सॉइल के अंदर जाएगा और फाइनली जो स्टोर के रहेगा, जिसको कहते हैं हम ग्राउंड वाटर, ओके। ये जो प्रोसेस है, जो सॉइल पे फिल्टर होते ग्राउंड वाटर पे कन्वर्ट होगा, इस प्रोसेस को कहते हैं परकोलेशन, ठीक है, इसको कहते हैं परकोलेशन। ये प्रोसेस होता है, इस प्रोसेस से ही आपका ग्राउंड वाटर बनता है, ठीक है। अब जब भी कोई बारिश होगा, ज़्यादातर बारिश होगा, तो उसका कुछ हिस्सा, ये कुछ थोड़ा सा पानी ग्राउंड वाटर में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा। पहले बहुत सारे दिनों से ये ग्राउंड वाटर अनयूज था, तो सफिशिएंट अमाउंट ऑफ ग्राउंड वाटर था, लेकिन अभी जो इन वेरियस फैक्टर के वजह से कंटिन्यूस इसका यूज होने के वेरियस, कोई ट्यूबवेल बना रहा है, ठीक है, इस ट्यूबवेल से इस तरह का एक होल बना देते हैं, फिर ये ग्राउंड वाटर जो पिक कर रहे हैं। इस तरह बहुत सारे यूजेस के बाद ये जो ग्राउंड लेवल का जो वाटर टेबल है वो डिप्लेशन होने लगा, मतलब वो खतरे में आ गया, ठीक है। तो उसका क्या कुछ रीजन बन सकता है। फर्स्ट है इंक्रीजिंग पॉपुलेशन दिन ब दिन बढ़ता जा रहा है, तो लोगों का वाटर डिमांड बढ़ रहा है, लोग घर बना रहे हैं, स्विमिंग पूल बना रहे हैं, ठीक है। इस तरह का जो उनका वाटर डिमांड बढ़ रहा है, तो वाटर डिमांड बढ़ने के चलते जो ग्राउंड वाटर है धीरे धीरे कमता जा रहा है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्या है, ग्रोथ इन नंबर ऑफ इंडस्ट्री। दिन ब दिन इंडस्ट्री भी बढ़ती जा रही है, इंडस्ट्री में ज़्यादातर वाटर यूज हो रहे हैं, कुछ गर्म चीज़ों को ठंडे करने में, ठीक है, कहीं पे वाटर पास करते हुए, इस तरह का वो लोग बहुत से कामों में जो ग्राउंड वाटर का यूजेस कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए अभी ग्राउंड वाटर का जो वाटर टेबल है वो डिप्लीट हो रहा है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्लाइमेटिक चेंज की वजह से भी आपका वाटर टेबल डिप्लीट होता है। नेक्स्ट एक्सटेंसिव फार्मिंग। आजकल मेन जो इंडिया का फार्मिंग था वो मानसून के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट था, और मानसून ठीक टाइम से नहीं आ पा रहा है, इसीलिए लोग क्या करते हैं, ग्राउंड वाटर के ऊपर डिपेंडेबल हो रहे हैं। तो ग्राउंड वाटर का कंटिन्यूस यूज करने के बाद जो ग्राउंड वाटर है वो कंटिन्यूसली डिक्रीज हो रहा है और उसके अमाउंट और जो वाटर टेबल है वो डिप्लीट कर रहा है। ठीक है, ये बहुत सारे रीजन थे जिनके कारण जो ग्राउंड वाटर है वो एकदम से सट होने लगा है। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट है इफेक्ट ऑफ वाटर स्कैर्सिटी ऑन ह्यूमन। व्हेन देयर इज a water shortage in our body we feel thirsty. This is a signal telling us that there is a water shortage in our body which need to be replenished quickly. In summer month we sweat a lot and loses water. Sweating keeps our body cool. If we do not drink enough water in summer, we could sweat less, leading to the rise in our body temperature. This could give us a heat stroke. And disease such like as diarrhea depletes the water of our body as little water is absorbed through the gut. अगर क्या होता है समर से, अगर ये जो वाटर का स्कैर्सिटी होता है हमारे ह्यूमन बॉडी पे किस तरीके होता है, अगर हमारे बॉडी के अंदर आपका वाटर रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ गया, वाटर लेवल कम गया तो हमें प्यास लगती है। ये प्यास एक सिग्नल है जो कि हमारे बॉडी को वाटर चाहिए। ठीक है, अगर उसी टाइम हम सही तरीके से पानी पी लिए तो ठीक है, नहीं तो बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम वगैरह आ सकती है। ठीक है, अगर फिर क्या होता है जब समर के सीजन में हमारे बॉडी से स्वेट निकलता है, ये स्वेट क्यों निकलता है कि बॉडी को जो गर्मी से बचाने के लिए बॉडी को कूल रखना जरूरी है। ये जो स्वेटिंग होगा, स्वेटिंग फिर इवापोरेट हो जाएगा तो बॉडी एकदम से कूल होकर रहेगा। अगर आपने समर सीजन में सही अमाउंट पे पानी नहीं पिए तो आपका स्वेटिंग भी कम होगा, स्वेटिंग कम होगा तो बॉडी ज़्यादा गर्म हो जाएगा, ज़्यादा गर्म होगा तो आपका सनस्ट्रोक या हीट स्ट्रोक भी हो सकता है। ठीक है, तो इसका प्लांट के ऊपर भी इफेक्ट पड़ता है। अगर जो प्लांट को भी सही मात्रा में अगर पानी नहीं मिला तो प्लांट का जो फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस है वहाँ पे उसका रॉ मटेरियल से आपका कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, फिर वाटर और सनलाइट। ठीक है, अगर उस वाटर सही अमाउंट में नहीं मिलेगा तो उसका खाना सही तरीके से नहीं बनेगा, तो उसका ग्रोथ और डेवलपमेंट में इम्पैक्ट आएगा। जो प्लांट है वो रूट के सहारे ज़्यादातर जो वाटर एब्जर्व करता है, वाटर के साथ ही उसका जो रिक्वायर्ड मिनरल सॉल्ट वगैरह है उसको एब्जर्व करता है। अगर सही अमाउंट से वाटर एब्जर्व नहीं करेगा वो मिनरल सॉल्ट वगैरह भी वो एब्जर्व नहीं कर पाएगा, इसी के हिसाब से उसका ग्रोथ भी रुक जाएगा। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्या है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ वाटर। Okay, so now discuss about the distribution of water. Okay, so due to the differ in geographical region, the distribution of water also differ. Okay, the distribution of water in different parts of world differs widely. Some place on the earth receive heavy rainfall like Cherrapunji, and while the other place like third desert receive scanty or no rainfall. In India, the northeast region receive plenty of rainfall almost throughout the year, while Rajasthan the availability of water is very limited. Therefore, some region of our country may have the flood, while the other may suffer the drought at the same time. It is not only human being, the animals that suffer when there is scarcity of water. Plant are also affected during the drought. Most of the plant get destroyed, leaving the soil exposed to erosion. Loss of plants also reduced the fodder available for the animals. तो क्या होता है अगर ये जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ वाटर की बात करें तो ज्योग्राफिकल चेंजेस के बाद जो जब ज्योग्राफिकल कंडीशन चेंज होगा तो उसका वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी कम होगा। अगर हम देखें तो हमारा जो इंडिया का नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन है लाइक मेघालय, त्रिपुरा, ओके, इस इलाके में हर साल का पूरा दिन ही बारिश होता रहता है। ओके, अगर आप देखिए यहाँ पे तो राजस्थान के थर्ड डेजर्ट के इलाके में वहाँ कभी कभार बाई चांस बारिश होता, नहीं तो बारिश ना के बराबर ही है वहाँ पे। ठीक है, तो ये जो ज्योग्राफिकल चेंजेस की वजह से, ज्योग्राफिकल कंडीशन की वजह से वाटर का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है वो भी डिफर करता है। अभी आप आसाम में देख रहे हो कि पूरी तरीके से बाढ़ में सारा जो स्टेट है एकदम से डूबा हुआ। वहीं वहाँ पे राजस्थान की बात करेंगे तो वहाँ पे लोग वाटर के लिए, पानी के लिए तरस रहे हैं, तो कहीं पे फ्लोड हो जा रहा है, कहीं पे वाटर का एक बूंद नहीं आ रहा है। तो ये जो क्या होता है, वाटर का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है हर जगह इक्वल नहीं होता। ज्योग्राफिकल कंडीशन में ज्योग्राफिकल चेंजेस के हिसाब से डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ वाटर भी चेंज होता रहता है, ठीक है। So now discuss about the water source management. Okay, we have already learned about the scarcity of water. If water will be the amount of water will be reduced, if the usable water, the amount of the usable water will be reduced, then what type of problem will be arises. So we must aware about the wastage of water. We must everyone try to save the water more and more amount. So following techniques, so some techniques are adopted to save the precious water. This is called the water resource management. Okay, these are the method. By following this method, we are able to manage we are able to proper management of water and eradicate the extra wastage of the water. Okay, so first thing that dams. By dams are the one of the most efficient way to manage water resource. Dams are constructed across the river. A man-made lake called reservoir is made behind the dams that helps in storing water for future distribution. So whatever different rivers, they carry the land or the precipitated water, and they carry the water and move towards the sea or ocean. At there, the sweet water, the normal water mix with the saline water and become the saline water, and they become also unusable. So we have to store this precipitated water or the normal water that flow from the river to the sea. Okay, so what we do that, suppose this is a river, then we have to make a dam at here, so to prevent the flow of water towards the sea. Okay, at that place we make a very bigger place to store the water in a huge amount. Okay, so as a result we have a large number of normal water for our uses, such like production of electricity and for the irrigation. Okay, so this is a method to proper management or the water resource management. Okay, next, rain water harvesting. Okay, so at that you are mainly at the urban area. Okay, at the urban area mainly the various places are become concreted, so the soil does not get opportunity to soak the rainwater and percolate it and convert it into the groundwater. So at that place, what would have to do? They dig very big holes near their home and they spread various layers, just like the charcoal, the bricks, the sand, the gravel. In this way, various layers of gravel, sand, and your clay, and then the charcoal and the small pieces of bricks, all they are being layering and they tank. And when the rainwater is collected in this tank, so it is help to the filtration of the rainwater and also give a lot of opportunity to move inside the soil to percolate it and convert it into the ground. Okay, this is a method to increase the level of groundwater. Okay, next system is your drip irrigation. Drip irrigation, in your whenever we are irrigating our agricultural land, when the monsoon is fail, then we use the groundwater to irrigate our crop land. At the time of irrigation, most of water is not usable by the plant. Most of water is evaporated by the various actions, just like your heat and the flowing of the wind. Okay, so at that time what will be happen? Suppose this is your crop land, okay, and this is your crop land. Then we have to spread pipeline over the crop land and make small pipe there at the bottom of the root, so the water reach directly to the plant root and the water just drip, just like drop So the soil can be easily absorb the water and plant away. The water is totally usable by the plant and no wastage, no evaporation, no extra evaporation of the water can be done. Okay, with a very less amount of water, we can easily irrigate our whole crop. Okay, so this method also must be used to conserve or to preserve the precious water resource. Okay, so now another some point about your conservation of water. Just like this is it is our own responsibility to check, turn the tap off whenever not needed. Also avoid leakage of water from the taps and pipes. Whenever there are the pipeline system in our home, okay, we have to check that if the pipe is leakage or broken, we must have, if the tap is open, then we must have to close the tap and we have to correct the leakage. Okay, next, do not ever pollute water unnecessarily. Okay, we do not have to drag much more amount of unnecessary amount of water from the groundwater, and do not have to pollute the water unnecessarily. Adopt drip irrigation and rainwater harvesting technique. I have told that you must have to adopt this type of technique to maintain the water resource or to conserve the water resource. Okay, so in this way various techniques should be taken to conserve for the conservation of water. Okay, this conclude your chapter number 16. Okay, thank you so much, have a good day.